Good morning. So this reading is for Thursday, September 25th. And what I'm going to do is just pull a little bit around our past, our present, and our future. Current energy. Okay, we'll take those. And future energy. And this video is only available on Rumble and YouTube, Tarot and Astrology with Michelle. And so looking here, bottom of the deck, I am getting the Ace of Cups. So it does feel like a new day, a new beginning. Something is taking hold today. There's something that I'm getting some sort of agreement or solidifying a decision. There's something that's taking place today. We're going to see how that comes out in the reading. I'm just getting very clearly, today is a day where things become very clear. You make up your mind around something, may even put it in writing, like a legal document of some sort, because I'm getting some sort of agreement. So take it as it makes sense for you. When I look at the past here, I'm getting the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups, it's sadness, disappointment, but it's getting stuck in that energy that you got yourself to a place and that you kind of struggled to get out of it. But then with the Six of Pentacles here, it feels like you took the time to understand within yourself what you needed to do to get out of the situation. This is where you were pouring yourself into yourself, not spreading your resources thin and sharing yourself with other people. I'm getting a lot of sharing with you because that Six of Pentacles is a card of generosity, but it feels like you knew that this is something that you needed to address. You needed to get out of a situation, whatever that situation was, because I'm getting a very stuck energy with that Four of Cups. And it feels like you embraced, okay, I need to do something about it. It's not going to disappear on its own. So let me pour myself into it. And with that here, I'm getting the Judgment, which is a resurrection, a rebirth. And so it led you down a very solid path. The more that you focused on it, whatever time period is connected to this focus, it feels like the more that you were able to pour into working through the situation, the quicker that you reach that resurrection, that rebirth energy. And so when I look at the current energy here and I get the Ace of Pentacles, okay, so Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the new beginning energy that I'm picking up on, this is an offer of a commitment. This is a very clear decision coming through here. And so whatever you're planning, whatever you're deciding, it's going to shape the future for you in a stable, grounded way. It feels like planting those early seeds to some sort of future growth, investing in yourself and your future. Today really does. I mean, I can't even describe to you how strong of an energy this is right now. So whatever your decision is, it doesn't even have to be anything that you say out loud. It's just something within you. Today, you know exactly what you need to do in order to go down the path that is right for you. And then I get the Hanged Man showing up here because you're able to see things from a different point of view. I'm actually not getting any kind of pause or delay here with the Hanged Man. I'm getting more of, now that you've done the healing work and you've got yourself back into the place where you want to be, you're feeling very strong and grounded and just stable. And with that, you're able to see the big picture. And it feels like that's what's giving you the clarity to say, you know what, that's going to be in my best interest. I'm going to go in that direction. And I'm making up my mind right now to go down that path. I love this. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. You're leading from the heart and it's creating a lot of stability for you. And then I had two cards showing up here. So I could only see the top one. I couldn't see the bottom. I have the King of Pentacles with the Ten of Pentacles showing up here in this last position. This is all stability. This is all success. You providing for yourself. So now I'll start with the King of Pentacles here. So the King of Pentacles, I love this Halloween deck. The King of Pentacles is long-term success, prosperity, growth, abundance, everything. It's you setting yourself up and taking the action that leads down the path of what you want. So long-term investments, stable life, something that's built over time. And then I get the 10 of Pentacles with it, which is very similar energy. Now, this may include another person. Take it as it resonates. That is a card of marriage. But it feels like whatever it is, you're focusing here on your legacy and just how you want to spend the rest of your life. And it feels like today is a very clear decision point for you. And so when I look in the future here, I'm getting the Strength card. And now it's about having the courage to go after it. Having the courage so you can have these goals and dreams, but the strength necessary to go down the path means maybe facing some inner demons, continuously working on whatever the healing process is, because more things are going to show up along the way. It's never going to be that smooth, linear, path forward here. And so the strength here is to have what you want. You need to find the courage within yourself to stay true to the course, continuously make decisions that keep you going down the path, keep you in alignment with what you want here, because you've got some very solid dreams and goals that you're aiming towards. And then showing up here in the middle position, I've got the King of Wands here with the Three of Cups. Now that King of Wands is taking action that leads to your happiness. And so it feels like that's the reminder. As you're going down this path, there's going to be times where it feels uncomfortable, or you're just going to want to retreat into yourself. And the Strength card is saying, don't do that. Keep taking action that aligns with your happiness, your growth, because you've already made the decision that this is in your best interest. Now it's sticking to it. I am getting the Seven of Swords here, and I'm getting don't deceive yourself. The Seven of Swords can be lies, manipulation, and deceit. But what I'm getting here is don't gaslight yourself. Don't deceive yourself in some way. So as you're navigating this journey, it's don't convince yourself that this is something that doesn't need healing, or this is something that you can ignore. It's things like that that are coming up to the surface. Trust yourself. Trust your instincts. Trust your instincts here. So let's get some more information. So tell me about that Four of Cups here in the past. Six of Pentacles. I have a couple cards on the Judgment. Okay, so with the Four of Cups here, Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, it feels like it's a heartfelt conversation, but with yourself, really getting clear. You know what? I need to clear through this. I need to get myself out of this negative energy. I need to be able to embrace happiness again. So I need to do something about it. And so this does not feel like an external conversation, but it does feel like movement, that you took some sort of action here in the past. Once you recognize that this was not something that was just going to go away on its own, it needed to be worked through. And so with that, clarifying the Six of Pentacles, where you're pouring yourself into your own healing, your own kind of just emotional evolution and growth here, I'm getting the Chariot. So the Chariot, that Cancer energy, card of success and victory. So I love this. Everything that you're doing led to a really solid place here with the Judgment card. So let's see what clarified the Judgment card. So this card here, that resurrection, rebirth, is being clarified by the Six of Swords and the Magician. So the Six of Swords is moving on from a situation. So leaving the past behind, moving towards what you want, calmer waters, a new beginning energy. The Magician, manifesting what you want, more new beginning energy. And so it just feels like you got yourself to a really good place. Now it's about staying the course, because that Magician leads into this new beginning that you get to decide. And it feels like today, of all days, you're making a very clear decision. So tell me about that Ace of Pentacles. Hanged Man. And then we've got the King of Pentacles here with the Ten of Pentacles. So with the Ace of Pentacles here, I'm getting the High Priestess. So that trusting your instincts, it's showing up here. It feels like you got yourself to this really balanced place with the High Priestess, with the Magician, the Judgment card. All the work that you're doing, it feels like you're able to trust yourself again. So as you're moving forward and this decision is kind of looming over you, what exactly do you want? What do you want to implement next? Because you get to decide how this plays out. And so it feels like you're able to trust your intuition. Intuitively, you know exactly what you want. It's just a matter of doing it. And so I love that. But again, with the High Priestess, You may be keeping some of this to yourself. That's not going to be true for everybody. Some people are going to be outwardly expressing this in some way, but I love that energy coming through because it feels like you very clearly know what you want to do, how you want this next chapter to play out. And with that, I'm getting the Hanged Man clarified by the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is showing up again, but here it's about seeing and understanding the big picture. It's understanding why you got stuck in the first place. It's also seeing how do you prevent that from happening again. So as you're planning out your future here with the Ace to the 10 of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, all of it, it's how do I keep myself moving forward? How do I prevent this kind of plateau or getting stuck energy again? Just sitting in any kind of sadness and disappointment here. How do I prevent that? So you're going to look at the big picture here. It's all the work that you've done. You don't want to go back into that place. You want to keep moving forward. And so with this King of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles here, I am getting the Eight of Cups. So the Eight of Cups indicates you're moving down this path. You're moving in this direction. And so inward movement, I'm absolutely getting that. Emotional movement, emotional commitment here to your goals, to the life that you want to live. You may say it out loud. I'm getting that for a small subset, but for the majority of people listening, this feels like confirmation within yourself on what you're doing next. And just that the minute that you make this decision, it feels like things are going to settle within you, that there's going to be almost like a sense of relief and that this feels right. This was the right decision for you. Pay attention to that because that is your body telling you that, yes, this is the right decision for you. If you make a decision and all of a sudden your heart starts racing or you get the sweaty palms, you just all of a sudden maybe start second guessing it. That's the universe telling you, that's your body telling you, your intuition saying that's not the right decision for you. You want the calm, you want the sense of, no, that was right. That was the right call. That was the right choice. I'm going to go down that path. That's what you're looking for. That's the kind of response you want from yourself, not your mind, your emotional self. Tell me about the Strength card. Okay, two more. And the Seven of Swords. So with the Strength card, Five of Cups. So what this is telling me is that it's going to take some inner strength to stay on the course, shift your mindset, not fall back into an old pattern here. You've done a lot of work and it feels like you have incorporated a lot of lessons, but it's that reminder that until this is really kind of conditioned within you, to focus on the positive, recognize that what you want is achievable. It's just a matter of moving down that path and taking the appropriate actions. It feels like you might need to continuously remind yourself, maybe continuously, maybe every so often, take it as it makes sense for you. But I am getting here that inner strength, the reminder that things are going to go the way that you want, that things are going to work out because you're taking the steps to make sure they work out. With the King of Wands and that Three of Cups here in the future energy, I'm getting the Hermit and the Death cards. So Death, Scorpio, it's change and transformation. Hermit, Virgo energy, a lot of internal reflection. You've already done all of this work. You've been going through a transformation. It's still continuing. This is not, there's no point in time where this exactly ends. And so the transformation is continuous, but so is the internal reflection, analysis, healing, making sure that you continue down the path that you set out to do, aligning with the goals that you've set for yourself, that Ace to the 10 of Pentacles, that King of Pentacles, you sitting in that 10 of Pentacles energy. And so it's continuously taking action that aligns with what you already know is in your best interest here. And with the Seven of Swords, I'm getting the Emperor. And so the Emperor, it's Aries energy, Mars. And so Mars is a my way or the highway. So it feels like if you start second guessing yourself or you start finding yourself kind of slipping into a negative mindset, focusing on what you've lost, not what you have, that kind of energy, the Emperor here tells me that you're going to snap out of it. You're not interested in going backwards. You're only interested in going forward. And it feels like something is going to click within you to say, no, let's keep going. Nothing is going to take us off course here. We're only interested in progress, not going backwards. So this is the reading for Thursday. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.